with a COVID-19 outbreak at an orphanage in Quezon City, 122 people tested positive at the Gentle Hands Orphanage in Barangay Bagumbayan. Mayor Joy Belmonte says 99 of the patients are children under 18 years old and the rest are personnel of the facility. The city's epidemiological surveillance unit says an asymptomatic adult reportedly visited the orphanage and unknowingly brought the virus which caused the outbreak. The orphanage, however, denies allowing any visitor. Other than some personnel who had to leave for vaccinations last month, Gentle Hands says no one else were in and out of the facility. The local government unit is sending food packs, medicine, vitamins, and hygiene kits to the facility. Well, let's get more details on this story. We now have the founder and executive director of the Gentle Hands Orphanage, Charity Heppner-Graff. Charity, good evening, and thank you very much for taking our call. Can you tell us, first of all, the numbers, the figures, 122. Is this correct?
Yeah. Yes, it is correct.
Okay, 122. So this is how many children and how many adults? And can you tell us about their reported varying degrees of symptoms?
Well, there are 99 positive children, 23 positive staff. Symptoms are varying, various degrees. As you and I both know, we still have a ways to go before we're finished. Before we're finished this particular sickness, so we just are taking one day at a time and trusting that we're going to recover and keep it at a mild state.
So you're saying all 122 cases are mild, and no one is in need of hospitalization or oxygen at the moment?
No one needs oxygen at this point, and no one needs hospitalization at this point.
Okay. Do any of the children or the staff have comorbidities?
We have a few children that do, but we have consulting doctors and specialists that work with us throughout the year, and so they are informed and they know what is going on, and we're watching them very carefully.
Okay, and these few children who have comorbidities, are they among the 99 children who are positive for COVID?
One is not, but the others are, yes.
Okay, 99 children out of how many children do you have there in the orphanage?
We have 127 at the moment.
I see. How many days have they been exhibiting symptoms, and when was the first case discovered, or kung kailan nyo napansin that there was something wrong already?
Our first positive RT-PCR was on last Friday, so September 3rd.
Okay, Friday. And you did an RT-PCR test because someone had symptoms?
No, it's a long story. Actually, we did an RT-PCR test because we had a child that was preparing for international adoption, and it's a requirement. And we were very surprised to have a positive result.
Mm-hmm. So that particular child was tested and siya yung nag-positive?
Yes.
Okay. Before this outbreak,
I think that it would be it would be important for you to understand that since March 15th of 2020, Gentle Hands has been under self-quarantined, and no staff has been outside. No visitors have come in. We have had a strict lockdown policy until the middle of August, when we started doing vaccinations for the staff. So I just want to be really clear. The comments that are being made by the government and by other organizations that it was from a visitor, we have strict health protocols in place and have had no visitors in our facility for more than a year, 535 days to be exact.
Yeah. Okay. And were you able to formally inform, or at least speak to the epidemiological surveillance unit of the Quezon City local government to tell them that they were wrong about saying this?
Well, the interesting thing is that particular department asked us to not divulge the numbers of what our situation was. He called it a clustering of COVID cases and requested us not to say anything. So we were very surprised to find our orphanage on the news this morning.
Okay. It is, so this, the first case was discovered on Friday, so that's day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are on day 7 already. When were the other cases discovered? So nung nag-positive yung one case on Friday, you had everyone, all the kids tested already that same day. Is that what happened?
No, what I did was I waited for the contact of the city hall, and because no orphanage can afford to test all of their children for RT-PCR through private means. So we contacted them and asked if they would help, if there was something available that they could help. And so they sent their team to us and did testing here on site.
Sorry, I didn't get it. When did they send the team for testing of the rest of the children and the staff?
What day was that? Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right. Tuesday. So, just my final question. I'm sure people will want to know. What do you need there that people can send over?
I suppose things like vitamins and foods. I mean, obviously we're in lockdown. We can't go out and do as we would normally do. We've had some people drop off vitamins and milk for us today, and that's been extremely helpful and very welcomed. I would just want to say that people should be very, very careful with their comments and what they say and how they are. We have not broken health protocols, and we have not been irresponsible in the care of our children. And I think people just need to be supportive and vouch for us and wish us the very best, because our staff is sick. We're still having to take care of children. And it's not fair for people to say negative things and say that perhaps we didn't do our job well.
Yeah, when you say people, of course, you're referring to the Quezon City Epidemiological Surveillance Unit, right?
Well, Pia, I'm referring to everyone that has made comments. There are comments from City Hall that have said we broke safety protocol and that's why we have this and it didn't need to happen. And that's not fair. It would be better to maybe make comments that we wish you the best, we hope for the best, we'll drop you off some vitamins. Nobody wants COVID, nobody plans to do this, no one would want this in their home, never mind an orphanage of vulnerable immunocompromised children. So I would ask for support, and I would ask for good vibes and not questioning our capability or the way that we have handled ourselves for the last 535 days, 40 days.
535 days of a lockdown in that orphanage. Charity Heppner-Graff, Executive Director, founder of the Gentle Hands Orphanage in Quezon City. Thank you very much for taking our call, and we do hope things get better there very soon. Salamat.